Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome, my little rookeries, to another episode of Shadowrun Hong Kong. So, without further ado, I think we should go further into our Shadowrun Hong Kong. There we go. Play. The MTR train pulls away from the station. You become lost in the crowd, just another face travelling from central towards Kowloon. Every second puts blessed distance between you and the hornet's nest of the knight-errant soldiers you've left in your wake. With the data plant and GPS module in your possession, it seems certain that the Ares Asia will place the blame for your run at the doorsteps of the Red Dragon Association. The loss of the prototype laser is unfortunate, but allies are often more valuable than gear, especially in the shadows. With any luck, they'll be able... Oh. Damn it! Why won't you let me have enough time? New messages. Ooh, restaurant job. One of the things I've learned over the years is that even the rich are powerful have annoyances, thorns in their side, if you will. No one is without troubles. The rich just have different ways of solving them. The client for this run has grown tired of one particular thorn in his side. Rooster Low. Low is at the Red Pole for one of the smaller triads here in Hong Kong, the 289s, or the Easy Money Gang, if you prefer. Despite the 289's small stature, Low's illegal activities have managed to damage the client's profits. Mr. Johnson would like your help him show Low the errors of his ways. Low takes an evening every few months to dine at the Shangri-la restaurant in Aberdeen. If you aren't aware, the Shangri-la is an elite establishment serving primarily corporate clientele from Wujiang Incorporated. Because of this, it's not unusual for diners to bring bodyguards or assistants with them. In Low's case, he brings a particularly brutish enforcer known as the Talon, and undoubtedly feels well protected. You are going to prove just how wrong he is in this regard. You are to kidnap Rooster Low. So long as he is alive and in relative good health, all options are on the table. While keeping the run quiet would make things easier for Mr. Johnson, no one would shed too many tears over a few dead triad thugs. The client has arranged an exit via boat, so long as you can get Low from the interior to the restaurant's docks. The client will handle everything else. Despite being a red pole, Low is a tactician, not a fighter. Don't expect him to put up much of a fight. The Talon, on the other hand, is as nasty as they come. Be careful about how you confront him, or things may go badly. Let's take the run. Hold on, let me fix that, because hold on here. Wait. Come back here, you. We do not do crimes on this channel. I am against doing crimes here. We're not doing crimes. We are not kidnapping him. He has escaped an old folks facility, and we are simply returning him into good and proper care. At least that's what I'm telling people. Got it? We got it. You got it. We've all got it. So we're on board with this. Alright. Yeah. MTR door is open, yes. Let's travel to the Shangri-La. Uninvited guests. A tangle of marine decorum, restless lights, and amberose scents mingle atop a floaty quay of accent. Quay to ascent the Shangri-La, Aberdeen Harbour's premium dining location. With competitive views of the surrounding bay, the restaurant attracts a steady crowd of tourists and Wujiang personnel. The primary moneyman for the 289s, Chung Sing Rooster Low, is enjoying a rare meal outside of Triad Hell territory. Intel says he's set up in one of the restaurant's private dining rooms, but he's not alone. Rooster keeps a personal bodyguard, a notorious orc called the Talon. In addition to his regular security details, you've seen photos of Talon's handiwork. Bodies so battered it's hard to tell where one bruise ends and the next begins. Your mission, Locate Rooster Teeth, extract him from the Shangri-la, and deliver him to the client's arrival. Simple, fast, low profile, of course. Even the simplest runs can go sideways. Security guard. Stepping into the interior hallways of the Shangri-la, you're confronted by a massive wall of patrol, the restaurant's front door security. He speaks with surprising elocution. I don't know what that means. Welcome to the Shangri-la. We strive to provide our patrons with an exquisite dining experience. If you have any questions or require special accommodations, don't hesitate to speak with our staff. Looks like I got my pick of tables. I'm sorry, but this is not a seat-yourself establishment. If you would like to choose where you sit, I suggest you make a reservation for one of the private rooms upstairs. He looks you up and down and frowns. Please keep in mind that any disturbance will be promptly de-escalated by our security. We reserve the right to bar services of unruly patrons. Thank you, and enjoy your meal. Thanks. Waitress. A waitress swamped with orders is caught unaware as your approach. Oh, welcome to the Shangri-La, Pam. Our hostess will seat you as soon as she gets back. You're welcome to wait in the lounge. This will only take a second. A loud exhalation escapes through her nose and her eyes dart towards the kitchen. She musters an empty smile and nods a false hospitality. Absolutely, ma'am. What is your need? I'm looking for someone. Mr. Lowe, he has a reservation here tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the name. I bet a hard-working waitress like yourself is good with faces. You certainly remember his name. He travels with a big orc who's got a nasty scar on his cheek. She fiddles with her scratch pad and eyes the plenteous orders scrolled across the top page. After a moment of consideration, she speaks. I might know the orc. If he's who I'm thinking of, he only comes around a couple of times a year. I've never served him, but I heard he gets real pushy with the other waiters. Pushy, huh? What's that? He's allergic to shellfish, I think. We get many orders, sometimes mistakes are made. A hint of fear flashes across her face. Ah, I didn't just say that. I can assure you our services is second to none. She nervously peeks over her shoulder. Come on, you must have heard where the orc and Mr. Lowe are eating, since you have to make sure allergy-related orders get to the right place. Ma'am, this is the Shangri-La. We have over 24 private dining rooms, in addition to our main dining floor. As I've already said, I serve out here. Your friend could be any number of the other rooms. Now, excuse me, I need to place the orders. Enjoy your meal. And with that, she wheels around and marches towards the kitchen. Oh my. A guard steps towards and raises his hand. Sorry, ma'am. This area is off limits. And why is that? This is Wujing employee patio, reserved for the Wuzhong customers and their guests. General public's not admitted. Why don't you head back to your table? There's ample seating in the main dining room. What if I ask nicely? The corner of the guard's mouth cracks into a weak smile. Sorry, but not even the mighty please and thank you will help you here. Oh, damn. A well-dressed man sits alone at the bar, elbows propped atop the counter. His face is hard, eyes blank. He swirls the contents of his half-empty glass as if in a stupor. Between the swollen eyes and the whiskey double, it isn't hard to guess his mood. As you approach, he rubs his temples and glances with a lazy sideways glance, mumbles under his breath. Yeah, not like I can dig myself any deeper. Rough day? He looks at you again, through dull, bloodshot eyes, but his gaze drifts elsewhere before returning to his drink. I lost 2 contracts, missed the third, late for a meeting and publicly shamed by my co-workers. All during the 9 to 5. New record as far as I can tell. He takes a long pull from his glass, exhales. least I got that going for me. How'd you lose your contracts? Wish I knew. One of them was almost a done deal, but for some reason the client suddenly changed their tune, and the contract slipped away before I could officially close it. The other two contracts were for ongoing clients, people I'd worked with for years, but I somehow forgot about their annual renewal date, and a more diligent co-worker picked them up. I got no credit for the long-term partnership with those clients. If anything, I now look worse for losing them, even though I brought them into Wuxing in the first place. He leans back and lets out a weary groan. His breath reeks of alcohol. Ah. Sounds like too many coincidences to me. Think someone's working against you? You kidding me? Everyone's at each other's throat in the business. He downs the rest of his drink, signals to the bartender. In a single movement, the bartender leans over it and refills the glass. Yeah, but is there someone who would have benefit the most from what's happening to you? He considers this. The newcomer, David. Henry nods his head towards the group at the end of the bar. Him. He came out of nowhere and has become a rock star in upper management. He's been making connections and deals like a Wuxing veteran like me. I think I found your culprit. You're telling me. You want to know what I think? He leans in towards the glass, glassy eyes looking through you to who knows where. The scent of booze wafts off him. I think he's got family connections, people in high places, and he's been using them to his advantage. He backs up and shrugs, rocking precariously on his chair. I don't know, it's just a thought. You might be onto something. He grunts and stares into his glass. No, just wishful thinking. Well, I'm going to find out. Oi, Scroat, come here. David is all smiles. He's just finished a joke to the uproarious laughter of the party. Hello, friend! Trying to get in on the joviality? You're welcome to join us for the next round. His words bleed into each other. This isn't his first drink. What are we celebrating? My recent success! There was some hard work and a little business persuasion. He winks at you knowingly. I sealed 2 contracts and a 3rd is on the way. Hey, congratulations. Next round's on me. Here's a real friend. Come, let's drink. He slams back the shot and hoots in satisfaction. Much appreciated. Thank you, my good woman. So from one friend to another, did you bag all those contracts in one day? A fresh flush fills David's cheeks. He wobbles on the spot and grins at you. Wasn't too hard, truth be told. Someone did most of the work for me. You see that poor sod down there? He gestures at Henry. We just upgraded our security at work. A few nights ago, that fool I left behind a note containing his new password. I wrote it down and had some fun. Sent nasty messages to his clients, removed a couple of appointments from his schedule. David tosses his hands in the air, spilling his drink, and boom! I'm Employee of the Month, and all I had to do was some damage control. But that man's clients, they're now mine. Nicely done, very clever, my friend. His cocky smile stretches across his all-too-proud face. I thought so too. Thanks again for the drink, friend. You have a good night. Hey, Lady Nightbot. These guys are right on the edge. Both plastered, one pissed off, the other, well, an asshole. The word on these guys will be throwing down. That had happened loud enough. Security is bound to respond. Just a thought. Let's see. The gnarled bar stool offers little in the way of comfort. A quick look around reveals the disparity between the restaurant proper and the bar, the latter of which appears neglected in comparison to the pristine dining room. Old, dry drink rings dapple on the counter's uneven surfaces. An angry scratch runs down its length, but you've got time to kill before Rooster arrives, and this is a good spot as any to wait. Let's walk away. I want to know if I can speak to this. Ooh. Can I? A open program tracking food orders and their respective tables flickers steadily on the computer screen. Akji served from Renraku, Shangri-la restaurant. Enter new order. A menu pops up with options to view or place orders. Following the menu is the dining room chart that's been broken down into several zones. A large comp button is on the upper right hand of the corner, has a lock icon over it. Seems people were being too liberal with free drinks. Unfortunately, it looks like you need service code to place in an order. Service notes. Inside the file is a series of notes on guests and the restaurant's operations. You scroll through today's notes. Several servers have written about their concerns regarding tonight's lack of security, and a couple are frustrated with the curious guests wandering up to the second floor's private dining rooms. The rest is useless information. Check orders. A list containing dozens of orders pops up. Only a handful are for the upper floor's private dining rooms. One note on the second floor stands out. No prawns. Avoid cross-contamination with shellfish. So we got ourselves the room of the person that we need to return back to the old folks' home. Wink, wink. Manager's notes. Nothing but your typical wage slave directives in here. There are a few mentions of curtailing recreational activities in storage rooms and on outer decks. One can only infer the meaning of said activities. Oh my. Further down the note is red, expressly warns that the special guests on the top 2 floors should be served by approved waiter staff only. And if the guests' orders are botched again, there will be significant and widespread consequences for all servers involved. Exit. I'm gonna see if I can talk to this guy. Because there's a lack of security and no one wants to stop me for some reason. A heady aroma of spices and sweat bombards your senses. As the cooks move through the kitchen, scents churn in their wake. Some sharp, some sweet, some altogether unfamiliar, but all delicious. Chief Yan Lung. The chief barks an order at his assistant, searing fish, then whirls around, muttering feverishly to himself. He stops short once he notices you standing in the kitchen. I told them I need an extra server, not a hobo. Shoo! He gestures towards the door and returns to tasting an array of sauces. Hey, Henry. I'm going to start a bar fight. Henry gazes into the tall drink in front of him. You came back. Listen, that David prick you mentioned. Turns out he broke into your work terminal and sent your clients some nasty messages in your name. Then he swooped in and stole them. A spark and sobriety washes over Henry. The dullness in his eyes drains away and he sits up alarmed. That explains why no one would return my messages. With a grunt, he smashes his fist on the counter. He turns towards David and mutters through his clenched teeth. You want to play... Whoops. You want to play dirty? I can handle it. I can handle him. He jumps up and marches towards David. Bar fight! Henry and David stand inches from each other, both men wearing the fiercest expressions they can muster. Their hatred is almost palpable. How their confrontation will play out is unclear, but one thing is certain, you have a great seat. Henry stabs a finger into David's chest and speaks in a low hiss. You stole business, and you know it. You might have picked this fight, but I'm going to win it, fair and fucking square. I'll show you how those with integrity operate, you cheat! David's mouth eases into a contented smirk. If you want to lose face to face in one day, I'm happy to oblige, but not here. I'll be damned if the Shangri-la bans me for thrashing a worthless crap stain like you on their property. Now let's finish this outside. Now. Fine, but I don't think this will go in any sort of advantage. It only means that I won't have to hold back. Let's go! Alright, wait for target. Have a seat and wait. The minutes tick away. Rooster should be any minute. Now. Second floor server. An alarmed waiter in a tousled uniform stumbles into the kitchen. Chef, we have a problem. A big problem. Cut the drama, cork mage. We're working here. There's a fight on the outer deck. It's so loud, even the VIP diner heard it. Chief Yangling. The chef freezes. From up on floor 2? You're shitting me. Who put you up to this? He furiously slams the wad of dough onto the table. You know I hate jokes. No, chef, I'm serious. The fight's gotten so out of hand that our VIP sent his own people to deal with it. Something about assessing the risk to himself? Assessing the risk to himself? I don't know, he was so pissed that he threw me out of the room. Either way, it doesn't look good for us. This could damage the Shangri-La's reputation. The chef presses flour-covered fingers into his temples. Damn it. We need to get a handle on this. Has security been informed? He stares at the waiter. Well? The frazzled waiter back stiffens in response. Yes, sir. But we're so understaffed today that they're struggling to contain it. The chef continues to stare at the waiter. After a moment, he sighs. If we lose this job again, it's because of this. I'm moving to Vegas. And there they go. Dumbass. Inside the private dining room, you immediately greeted by the piercing stare of two massive dragon statues. The flickering lights are just bright enough to illuminate their bronze bodies. The effect of an eerie illusion is of slithering scales. Across the room stands your target, Chung Sing Rooster Low. Hands trembling at his sides, a single anxious guard stands near the door. Something has them on edge. The talon is missing. The sweat drips down Rooster Gaunt's face. His eyes dart back and forth across the room, trying to size you up. Assessing the situation, without support, he appears nothing more than a trapped rooster who, without his talons, is defenseless. In an effort to invoke a sense of authority, he raises his voice. Who are you? What do you want? I've come to deliver you to my client, Mr. Lowe. Don't worry. They specified that you are not to be harmed. Zhao? Where is my talon? Where is the rest of my security? A second passes while his eyes scour the room, looking for someone, anyone, to come to his aid. Never you mind, just get the street tramp out of here. Yes, sir. You don't want to do that. It's my job to scrag thugs like you. You really want to fight me? Not exactly, no. The tree of thug bolts for the door. That's what I thought. Hello there, sir. I believe we've come to bring you back to your quote-unquote nursing home. Chung Sing Rooster Low. No, wait, spare my life. I beg you, please. Drops the spit spattering from his mouth, his desperation obvious. Stop that, I'm here to take you alive. Don't make me change my mind. Why are we letting this idiot live again? Lion's orders, Duncan. His mouth twists downward in disgust. What a waste of our time. A bullet in his head and we could march out of here easily. Unless this guy knows another way out, we're not going anywhere without him raving at our side. I bet you're right. Let's ask. Rooster's teeth are clattering inside his head. His frame shakes uncontrollably. The realization that he's at your mercy with no one left to defend him is setting in. Well, Mr. Lowe, mind pointing us to the exit? Rooster stammers incoherently for a moment, but his words soon catch up with him. It's just outside of this room, to the right, but it's locked. Search him. You find a small key in his pocket. The ornate pattern carved into its head matches the pattern paint through the restaurant. Well, come along, sir. Service. You use Rooster's service key to copy to open the door. Unknown caller. Your comlink clicks, a burst of static, then sounds clears to reveal a soft voice. Lady Nightbot, is this your channel? Sure is. Name's Pei Long. I am your getaway driver. We have details to discuss, but let's keep it brief. Time's ticking. Another burst of static and Pei Long continues. I'm at the loading docks across the bridge from the restaurant's main entrance. Big old schooner, you can't miss me. But neither will the HKPF, who've I've just learned are on their way here in response to a security call. Well, shit, I'm on my way. One last thing, I may be the driver, but this ain't my rig. Door's locked and I don't know the code. You may have to break in. Good luck and get moving. A click in your comlink fills with static. Paylon is gone. A pair of triad gangsters block your path. Trang sing Rooster low. Men, help me! The words start pouring out of Rooster's mouth so quickly that they blur together. You free me, get away from me, I am guaranteed to be your reward, Union's famous power, whatever you want! The two guards exchange a look and turn back to you, Rooster smiling. Actually, we're liking the position we're in now. You begging at our feet. The idea that, maybe, once you're gone, we can move up the chain. You know, Rocco here is plenty qualified to take your seat. In fact, we might as well make sure you don't make it out of here alive. Rooster looks up at them irate. His fury fizzles upon spotting the thug's various and ample gutlery. No, but why? I can make you rich. Easy there, let's not make a scene. We go our way, you go yours. The gangster looks you over. No ink, no suits. You're one of them runners. Shit, a runner. Don't let her take off with Rooster. He reaches for his weapon. Get him! Unfortunate. I was really hoping I could get away with this unscathed. So... 12 damage. Nice. Let's get you here. And let's increase that. Ooh, 10 damage. Nice. She's not too bad. But she's not going to be feeling good afterwards. Let's end it there. Sucks to be you, buddy. Just absolutely nail one of his own people. Sure. Missed? Damn it. Oh well. Let's move you over here. 5 damage. Unfortunate. Let's move her up. That's a miss, and I'm gonna keep you there. That's a miss. Unfortunate, sir. Alrighty, so. Oh, come on, how are you missing from there? Thank you. Oh, that was easy. Alright, dude, come on. Docking bay door. Use astral perception to find the number key code. Working on the door. Talon burst out of the Shangri-la, nearly tearing the door from its hinges. The line of his face is twisted in intense rage. At the sight of Talon, you see Rooster's body relax. His voice cracks. Talon, I'm over here. We've got weapons trained on me and I can't move. Save me. Please save me, and we'll get out of here, taking the incident straight to the top. They'll herald our survival, reward us. But Talon homes in on Rooster. You little shit, dragging me to this restaurant over and over, making me eat filth, or watch your stuff, your goddamn face full of it. And now, here you are, turned traitor and blink. Rooster is trembling with fear, or anger, or both. He raises a shaky finger and points it at Talon. You can't speak to me that way. You're beneath me. I'm still a red pole, and when the triad comes for me, you'll see you flayed for those words. Ha! He pinches. The laugh pinches the air. Talon gives Rooster a wicked smile, eyes gleaming. You won't be shit from the 289s. In fact, your new allies don't gut you. The Triad will. Make sure you don't go squawking to anybody about high-level plans or secrets or whatever. A flea like you won't last a night. Rooster's fake bravado melts away, his eyes wide. He looks desperately around him, trapped like a mouse in snake's coil. Enemies on each side, his voice small, pleading. Talon, please. Johnny, please help me. It wasn't all bad, right? We had some good runs. Do you remember? Panic shakes him. You had no choice, Johnny. I was forced to surrender, but if you help me, get me out of here, I can see to it that you're rewarded, even promoted. How would you like that? Without hesitation, Talon takes a step towards and spits on the ground. To hell with you, you spineless bit pusher. I bet you don't even put up a fight, just rolled over and played the captive coward. I'm going to enjoy planting a bullet in your soft, worthless skull. He readies his weapon. Is that a grenade launcher? I'm fairly certain that's a grenade launcher. Okay, so she can't do anything for the time being. You, my good sir, I'm gonna have to put you in hard cover. I'm gonna put you here. It's a grenade launcher. Nice. 65% chance. And you miss. Nice. I'm gonna put you here. Let's increase that. Ooh, that's why she's still over there. And ow. Ow. Ah, I really needed him. Well... Oh, come on, you had decent enough. There we go, at least that's doing bleeding. And you can hide there. Trauma kit. You'll be back up soon. Ow. Alrighty, so... let's go after him. Damn it, he's off balance. She sure as hell ain't gonna be able to get him. I could get him. Nope. And he's staying there. 12 damage. 6 damage. Ah, they're really picking on him, aren't they? Right. You're a pain. Still can't hit him. Oh well. Ooh, nice. And more damage. That's the one thing we do like here, is more damage. More damage is preferred. there. Get your bum in here, please. I'm going to heal you. And damn it, not enough to get in there. That's fine. We can still make our way over here. Okay, so you can escape. Escape. Alrighty. The boat sways languidly atop the water. Insulated walls stifle outside noises as if its interior is cramped, made smaller by the maritime equipment protruding from the walls. The scent of sea and mouldering wood dominates his senses, ripened from years of perfunctory cleaning. Finally, a safe place to rest. Rooster flinches at your approach. When he speaks, he tries to sound confident, but his voice cracks. The 289s are going to jam you up for this. And you just wait until the Talon recovers. He'll be dead by the end of the week. You kidding? Talon's probably found himself a new master by now. Still, Lady Nightbot, I've got this nagging feeling that we could have done better. A lot better. What do you mean? We brought Rooster in? We got paid. But we left Talon back there. If anyone had it coming tonight, it was him. Don't get me wrong, I still think we should have gecked Rooster. But he's just a figurehead, totally useless without his people. The Talon, on the other hand, he can do some real damage. I wouldn't worry about it. He'll probably be reabsorbed by the gang, so I doubt we'll be dealing with him again. Wait. The boat heaves and pitches over the bay as your driver plows through the choppy waves and to the drop-off point, leaving the Shangri-La restaurant far behind. Inside, restlessness fills the cabin. You finished the job, the extraction was successful, and now your client awaits his prize. The triad red pole, Rooster. It wasn't easy. It should have been it. It would have been if that damned Talon hadn't mangled your plans with his visual determination. But a little anaphylactic shock and even a street-forged orc like Talon could be incapacitated. With the Talon out of the way, you escape from the restaurant to the getaway boat was made smoother. Well, as smooth as wading through a small army of triads and skirting the HKPF dragnet could be. Luckily, Rooster got through the pursuit unharmed. A bonus, according to your client, sounds like it might have even earned you a few extra million. Time to get paid. Ah, some nice karma. That's extra bit of money. Your workstation is, yeah. Claim. Jobs directory, claim payment for the Ares prototype run. Ooh, 2,000 million. Claim payment for the kidnapping. Out of town. Koenig Chang. Data retrieval. Hope you enjoy your newfound success in the shadows. I've got another job for you. One that should prove very lucrative indeed. I've been contracted by an employee of the Eastern Tiger Corporation, and he needs you to steal some research data and biological samples from his employer. The man's name is Tigeth Wright. Until recently, he was a researcher at a genetics engineering project. He was cagey with the details, but I gathered that it centered around phenotypic alteration and postnatal genetic enhancement. Unfortunately for Wright, he's got a conscience. Stupid man. Luckily for us, he's willing to pay to have his conscience assuaged. Asajj? I'm gonna go with Asajj. Wright's project was apparently quite horrible. Experiments on living children, total disregard for biomedical ethics or safety, and when Wright raised concerns, he was taken off the project. He decided to step outside the boundaries of the law and expose their wrongdoing to the world. The snag, you see, is that his wife and child live in Seoul. Not quite the heart of Eastern Tiger's power, but close enough. He's afraid that if he releases any of the information himself, they'll be taken prisoner and used as leverage. The idiot should have thought of that before, but that's not our problem. The sample and data are currently on the Eastern Tiger cargo ship, the MV Nalchi, sailing near Hong Kong in their way to Seoul. The storm slowed the ship down, so you wouldn't have to go right away. But don't take too long. Once you have the data and sample, you're to call Wright. I've attached his number. He'll give you instructions on how he wants the information leaked. When you're ready, let me know. I'll arrange transit with Captain Jomo. He's a local Loho Jowa pirate and smuggler. But don't let that put you off. He's as good as they get, and he'll have you on that ship without incident. Right. Yeah, I think I've got enough time to do a little bit of a smash and grab. Jomo. Captain Jomo is busily playing some kind of gambling game on his comlink. It beeps and flashes as he taps away. Come on, Jomo. Win, not lose. Maybe buy yourself that new hat. It doesn't appear to have noticed you at all. The game makes a sad, defeating noise. Jomo curses under his breath. Nose wrinkles in disgust. Finally notice you. Damn it. Stupid game, always. It cheats me. Never a good hand. Now, kindly Chang sends you, huh? You need Captain Jomo to take you to play pirate? Head to the NV Nalji. That's right. Whistleblower. The ride out to Nalki is nerve-wracking. Captain Jomo seems an expert pilot, but massive waves threaten to scuttle his small boat at every turn. Deep thunder rolls in the distance, and at the edge of your vision, lightning occasionally illuminates a target, the MV Nalki. As Jomo pulls your small craft directly up to the bow of the Nalki, pardon me, where you're least likely to be spotted, he throws a rope ladder up over the side, hustles you aboard before pulling away. Time to get to work. Exit. Climbing onto the foredeck of the Nalki, you pause to catch your breath. The cargo ship rolls and pitches with the waves that batter the side holes, and rain assails the deck. Deep thunder rolls overhead. After a tense moment waiting for the inevitable alarm claxons, you hear nothing but the storm. Lifting his nose into the rain, Gaichu tastes the air with his tongue. He carefully turns his head, mouth open to catch the most noise. I hear nothing but the storm, and I smell no adrenaline in the air. I believe we have arrived undetected. Isabella stares at her comlink. When she speaks, she doesn't bother looking up. You can smell adrenaline? You get creepier every day. I will not apologize for what I am, or what that means for my senses. It is for a fact my existence, as much as your height is a fact of yours. Gertrude turns, his unseeing milky white eyes towards you. Your orders? We'll want to keep low and stay behind cover. Duncan stares into the darkness, the solid glow of his goggles painting his nose and temples a faint red. After a moment, he nods in satisfaction. This is good. The storm's gonna make things a lot easier for us. They're less likely to hear gunfire or fight much less footsteps. So, as long as we can stay hidden, nobody will be wiser. We may be able to sneak our way in, even if we have to kill a few. If we do it fast, we'll still be in the clear. The storm will drown out any they send or receive on the radios. If they want to raise the alarm, they'll have to get to one of the ship harbor handsets. We'll take them out before they can even get there. Camera roll panel. This is a simple interface for the Nalchi's above-deck systems. Drainage, running lights, water pressure, and cameras. Most of the system seems to be basic enough that you wouldn't be able to do much with them. The camera's feeds don't appear to be... let's have Isabella hack the camera. After a few moments of fiddling with the cables, Isabel closes the panel up. There we go. I've rebooted the cameras and patched them into our comlinks and locked ship security out. They couldn't get into the cameras inside the ship though. They must have been on a different circuit. Alrighty. We go here. Okay, I've just artificially started the combat. Okay, so I'm gonna get you to run here. Ah, crud. Alright, stun ball. Ooh. Well, there's that little part taken care of. I'll go here. Ah. Ooh, 24 damage. 12 damage. What the? What? Oh, because I changed the thing over. Damn it. Ooh. Oh, come on. It's not that hard. He's right there. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Ball. Can't because I can't see anything. So I need to go over here. Now can I see some? Yes. Thank you. I mean, it still did damage. Minus. Come on. Oh, missed that one completely. As you creep down onto D-deck, the ship is eerily quiet. The sound of the withering storm is muted to the low moans of the wind and shuddering vibrations when lightning strikes, collecting itself. You listen carefully for any other sounds. Nothing. Your presence on the ship appears to be yet unnoticed. Duncan Cox, he said, listening intently. That's the kind of thing I like to hear, Lady Nightbot. Nothing but the weather. As long as we don't get into a fight down here, we'll stay clear of trouble. Any gunfire will get attention, and fast. Let's get the data sample and get the hell out of here. Exactly, let's wrap up this job. Stay low and keep your eyes and ears open. No reason to cause a fuss if we can avoid it. The panel's door is hanging open, the wires inside sparking occasionally. It looks like someone was recently in the process of working on the cables but was called away. This might prove useful access to the ship's system. Let's have Isabella hack it. Isabella looks at her cyberdeck, hooks her cyberdeck up to the diagnostic port. Within a few moments later, several green lights flash green. Within a few moments later, several lights flash green. There we go. We're all set. They must have bought this setup from cut rate junk dealer in the Golden Mile. What a piece of junk. Investigate. Let's fake an alarm. After a few adjustments, you can set up the alarm you can set up the system test alarm on C deck. It won't fool anyone for long, but they'll have to go to C deck to make sure it's not a real alarm. Yeah, one of these systems. Fire suppressor. This control panel for the ship's water pump and fire suppression system. The knobs and switches here cut off the supply water to anything on the ship outlet. Let's overload the water pressure. Yeah, I was gonna trip him one way or the other anyway. How unfortunate. Got some serious damage there. Alright. Data. Select file 1. File 1. File 2. File 3. Download data. Excellent. Now what do I need to do next? Get the project data, get tissue samples, take the guards. Okay, well it looks like I'm attacking the guards regardless. So it would seem. Oh, I've got the guy at the back. Sweet. Ooh. I'm not gonna have him do anything like that at this point. But I will have him like that. Like that. Ow. Well, if they're going to play that game, I'll play mine. They're not the only one with big heavy stuff. Now let's see, can I get them to bounce? Doesn't want to bounce for some reason. Oh well. And I'll start regaining some health each turn. Let's get you there. That's nice. There we go. Tissue samples. The cold storage tank and attendant machinery are lit from the organic soup by flickering. Baleful lights. The tank containing Omega sequence hashtag 358G chugs quietly with the hum of pumps and coolant. As you look at the tank, the fluid shifts and there is a soft thump as a mass of organic matter drifts up against the glass. A pale lidless eyes stares at you from within the tank. The face it resident. Sorry, let me try that again. A pale, lidless eyes stares at you from within the tank. The face it resides in is a ruined mass of tumors and scabrous pustulas, a mutated mass of teeth and indeterminate growths dominating what should be the nose and mouth region. As you look, it fixes its lone eye upon you, the pupil flickering back and forth as it tracks your motion. Isabella puts her hand over her mouth, stifling a retch. We need to put this thing out of its misery, Lady Nightbot. Nothing deserves to be kept alive in this state. Curious. This creature does not appear to be in pain despite the rampant diseases that runs through it. Merchant leans closer, his blind eyes observing focus on the astral body beyond mundane vision. The aura appears metahuman, but different somehow. Isabella's eyes go wide, and she shakes in involuntary steps backward. You're saying this thing is a person? She says nothing else, but a deep shudder runs through her body. Take the samples and turn the power off. After a few moments of whirring, the small drawer opens up to present you with a rack of vials. Each one contains a scrap of tissue. You put down the machinery. You power down the machinery. The lights in the vat dim, and the creature slowly closes its singular eye. As the last hum of power fades, the creature drifts away from its glass. With the data and tissue sample secured, you are ready to make your exit from Nulchi. Pulling your comlink and dial Captain Jomo. The Malaysian orc's face springs to life on your comlink. Its tusks more spread in the grin. Jomo is listening. You ready for a pickup, my friend? We're standing by and having eyes on the ship. Make it fast, we might need something. Easy, yeah? We'll be there in a few minutes. Be ready right where we dropped you off, friend. With that, Jomo disconnects the call. In a few minutes, the only thing between you and Hong Kong will be open ocean. The last details is to inform Johnson everything is complete and have him transfer payment. You rapidly dial the number kindly Chen gave you. The elf on the screen has the bearing of someone with no time for pleasantries, and his tone is flat as he speaks. This is Tigith. Is the task done? We're done. We can release the data at any time and site you choose. That was swiftly done. Unfortunately, there's been a complication. I can't transfer you your payment until we meet in person. I had a tail on me since I arranged the run with kindly Cheng. I think the Solpas have caught up with me and are watching to see what I'm up to. I can shake the tail, but I'll need to ensure my safety before this is done. I can help you, but it'll cost you. Tigeth grimaces, but nods his head in agreement with it after a few seconds. I'll pay whatever it takes to get them off my back. If you can't, my family's still dead. I have a safe house in Ho Chung village that I set up before landing here. Meet me there. Call me when you get close, and I'll shake a tail. As long as we get it huddly in a hurry, I should be clear to get out of Hong Kong. Guess we don't have much of a choice. Sorry about this, I really am. You're disconnected. You disconnect the call and pocket your comlink. Things just got a whole lot more complicated. I don't like this one bit, Lady Nightbot. Last minute plan changes are the fastest way to get killed, especially if somebody bloodthirsty like Sopa rings are involved. This whole thing stinks. Sure does, but how else are we gonna get paid? Listen, just keep your eyes open and be ready for anything. I want to come home in one piece, okay? As you start to move away from the Omega sequence cargo, you realize your comlink is buzzing with an incoming call. Pulling it back out of your pocket, your answer. The caller's express is pleasant, but there is a level of unspoken menace in his eyes. A glint of killer. Good evening, Lady Nightbot. My name is Huang Jaemin, and I represent the Blue Haven Soul Ring. I've just become aware that you are in possession of some data and tissue samples from Project Omega Sequence 38G. I would like those samples, and I'm willing to pay you for them. I'm not in the habit of backing out of a deal, nor would I expect you to be, given your exceptionally swift rise in the shadow community of Hong Kong. Understand what I am asking you. I do not do lightly, but I am privy to information that you are not, and I think we could come to use you. Please do me the honor of hearing me out. I understand you're an association of kindly Chengs. My own organization is far too trivial to have attracted her notice, but I believe you can help me change that. Merely doing business with you will increase our outstanding great deals. And since I have information that may save your life, perhaps we can come to an agreement. Nope. You've heard enough. You hang up on Huang without speaking another word. Did you just hang up on him? Sure did. He didn't say anything I felt like listening to. You put your comlink away. Check the time. Captain Jomo should be arriving any minute. Time to head back to Hong Kong. LTG access point. Have Isabella jack in. So it's like that then, eh? I don't think anything to be worried about. Ooh. Don't know how I escaped that one, but I did. Oof. Ah. Come on. Let's see what we've got here. There we go. Traffic camera. Darketh right. Are you and your men ready yet? I have a timetable to keep. Tsunami Captain. Don't rush me. You hold my team halfway across the world for this little adventure of yours. And we've just gotten off the plane. The contract says we'll be ready by 0300 hours, and we will. In the meantime, get off my back. Tiger's expression is one of barely restrained anger. His hands ball up into fists. You had better be, you little toad. This is a matter of national security for Tarangir. And given what you're billing me, I expect nothing but perfection. The mercenary commander is utterly unimpressed by Tiger's impotent rage. Spare me the kind of line of work on rank and file troops, but this isn't my first day on the job. Without my troops, you'd be stuck hiring local scrubs with zip guns. As it is, I'm only here because my boss likes your brother. The elf's eyes narrow to razor slits, and he jabs a finger towards the mercenary. Just be ready, mercenary. I've paid you for your time, and for the duration of this mission. I expect your loyalty as well. I'll do my job right. That's what you're paying me for. You do yours. I want to get out of this forsaken pit and catch the next flight back home. Right, come on. Dyketh fidgets nervously as you approach him. His entire body is tense, and his eyes flicker rapidly around the market, as if searching for unseen threats. As he notices you, he relaxes somewhat, but only a small amount. Oh, thank God you're here. I'm at my wit's end. I could swear that I'm being watched everywhere I go. He continues to glance nervously around. I don't like being out here. It's too exposed. In the distance, a police siren wails. Tiger's hand dives under his jacket, but as the wailing recedes, he relaxes again. Listen, did you bring the stuff? The faster I can get that stuff and leave Hong Kong, the safer I'll be. Rue sweeps his goggles over the elf, their dull glow pulsing in the early morning darkness. Calm your ass down, man. That piece clears holster. I start to get nervous too. Let's not have any accidents. Target stops fidgeting, takes a breath and nods. Okay, I'm calm. Can we just get over with this? That's not my problem, payment is. Target grits his teeth. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath and opens them again. Right, I know I'm not paying you to care, but if you give me the data and tissue samples, I can get all that money you care so much about. That's not the only problem. Someone's tailing you. Target regards you incredulously. What do you mean somebody's after me? I told you that already. It's the Soul Pass. They called me on the Nalki right after I called you. They knew we'd talk. Like they were listening in on the conversation. Holy shit. Target goes white and shifts back and forth on his feet, as if to break and run. What am I to do? Calm down, Target. We'll get you through this. Right. Calm down. Well, shit. What do we do? Isabella rolled her eyes. You get the hell out of Hong Kong after we get paid, idiot. The elf runs a shaking hand through his hair and nods. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you ready to make the trade? Before you can answer, a shout rings. Keep your hands where I can see them, you assholes. Wang Jae-min. You think I'm just gonna let you hand this off without a fight, yeah? That's not happening. I tell you what, I'm still gonna let you walk out of here alive. I'll pay you for the data and let you live. Not the elf, though. He dies. Don't you think I get the hit? I'm not interested in your pitch. I am Wang Jae-min. I command the Blue Haven Ring. Wang squares his shoulders, pulling his submachine gun to bear with you. I'm not about to let some 2-bit Shadowrunner scorn me like you did. I'll make you one final offer. You give me the data and samples, help me kill this elf, in exchange I'll let you walk out of here alive. As you are distracted, Targeth puts his hand over his ears and utters a single sentence. Move in and secure the area. There is a sudden sound of ringing, boots on concrete. In the split second you glance over at the elf's shoulders, something's in motion. Magical energies begin to arc around Wright's hands. What now then? It seems we're at an impasse, and I'm not about to go back to Portland empty-handed. I'm finishing the job. To hell with the Soul Pass. Both of you are crazy and walking out of here, both with the data. Try to stop me, and I'll put you down. I'm finishing this job. A thin smile spreads over Target's face, and he nods in satisfaction. Good, you made the right choice. Let's have this done then. Wait, what? Let's go here. I mean, I still hit him. That is still quite a bit of damage. Cool. Oh, okay. Ow. Can I? Nah, it's not gonna let me. Fair enough. Alright, so let's go with you. That's you taking care. Now let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, pal. Daggett pulls out a handkerchief, wiping off his hands. Good riddance. What an awful little man. Turning towards you, the elf inclines his head. Shall we finish this then? You give me the goods, and I will wire you your fee when I'm safely away. Here you go. Tiger takes the sample and data from you, nodding in satisfaction. A pleasure, Lady Nightbot. I will be certain to recommend you to anyone who asks after reliable freelancers. Good evening. And Wait, the job is done. Right or wrong, you gave Target Right the data he was looking for, and got paid for it. Although admittedly it was a pittance compared to what you were promised, a job's a job though. Way and further work awaits. Open jobs directory, claim payment. I appreciate your conviction in sticking with the job. Despite the complications involved, you've definitely earned some money on the job. Tigeth. Go back. Alrighty, so I'm gonna save this. Save game. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for joining me this evening. Exit. Quit. Let's go to here. There we go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening. It was actually quite a bit of fun to do those two missions. I forgot how fun those two were. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening. Have a nice evening, and this Dream Penguin loves you and wishes you the good Z's. I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.